What's up guys, my name's Darkray, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Paladin class in EverQuest 2. Of course, and it's going to be in Kunark Ascending, because, you know, kind of in nice Alona here, with all these, want to say, sand elves, and that guy looked blind for a second, but, right. Anyway, first, I'm going to be reviewing the gear, which is honestly really easy to, memorize. Basically, you want your plate armor, with, all mitigation increase. I've got 2 relics on for now. I plan on replacing those with expert pieces from down here, but you know, that's a long way away. Also, of course, you want your Epic 2.0, but you know, that's a no-brainer. Also, you want your Ascended Vilardin Great Shield, the one that you get from completing 30 quests in Opulous Frontier. It's, I believe, the best in its slot at the moment. Also improves your crit bonus overcaps, you know, that's key. And if you have your Epic 2.0, odds are you probably have this bow, this waist, which also has a mitigation increase, which is pretty good. And then you also want your charm, which gives you quite a bit of potency there. So, and if you leveled your Ascension 1 level after your Epic 2.0, you're going to have an earring like this. It's either going to be Earring of the Terramancer, Earring of the Blood Mage, or the Earring of the Ice Mage, and I believe Earring of the Ether Mage. But the thing is, these are pretty useful items, but as long as you have all of your plate armor, you should be good with mitigation increase. Like, I can give you an example. Let me just organize this a little bit. Yeah, I think that's okay. So I can take off this Smothering Bracelet. Pay attention to the mitigation right here. Take off this Groundspire Bracelet. Get Lost in the Fog. And my earring. And my mitigation is still above 20,000. 20,000 is kind of the goal here. We want to make sure we have that. So yeah. But thing about these pieces, all really good add-ons. They give you a decent amount of potency, like the Smothering Bracelet here, your Curator's Prized Collectible. It goes mitigation increase, but the key thing is potency, especially with my experts Lost in the Fog here. They give you a decent amount of potency. Your potency is going to be increasing a lot of your damage, and it's also going to be increasing your threat. And that's the main way you want to tank. Also, hate mod, very important. I recommend, you know, reforging your pieces into getting hate mod, because that's really the only way you can get it. Last expansion we had adornments for that, but unfortunately we can't really get those anymore, considering we've only got the aspect of Paxio here. Also, you should also get these adornments if you can afford them, or if you can make them. I really recommend buying them or making them. You save the 4 fervor. Very, very helpful. The 26 potency, also pretty useful, but what makes this key for tanks is the 28 mitigation increase you get for the second one. And then, of course, you also want your aspect of Ping Yuan Dishu, I think. That the 25% max health increase plus the 250,000 health really helps. Also, the 26 potency here really helps as well. So it's pretty much gear. Get as high resolve and high potency as you can with the jewelry, and then just wear mitigation increase for your armor, and you should be good to go, as long as you've got your Epic 2.0, that is. Well, so next thing I want to cover is the AAs. That might take a while, so that's gonna be, you know, you gotta have your Divine Aura, so. And unfortunately, your crit chance isn't really that important anymore. The Hammer Ground, very useful. Bulwark, max health, very, very helpful. You do want your Swift Attack just to increase your attack speed for a little bit. So, got mine right here. And you do want your Fearless Morale. It's the potency's not that big of an increase, but you know you don't have to worry about fear anymore if you have this. Then you got your Legionnaire's Wrath. Improves the damage of spells by 12% of your strength. If you're like me, you probably have a decent amount of strength here, so you definitely do want that to help keep aggro. And of course, you want your Divine Aura. Will absorb all damage when the amount is less than 50% of the target's maximum health. Of course, the target's you, so you want to improve that duration in order to, tank some really hard-hitting mobs. Be really helpful. Recovery speed, you don't really get that anywhere else as a tank, so you do want that as well. Your Crusader's Faith, very, very handy ability, especially when soloing. With basically, whenever you take damage, or whenever a target enemy takes damage, whenever you're attacking something, or a group member or a raid member is attacking something, well, group, I think. Yeah, basically, it'll take that damage and it'll swing a portion of it back into your health. So it's kind of like one of those really good regen buffs that the Furies and the Wardens have. So that's pretty helpful. This, I kind of spent it pretty weirdly, focused on my buffs rather than my heals, or heals and buffs. Also Consecrate, pretty useful. So, you don't want that. You definitely do want this. So if you're in defensive stance, you have your death prevent here. But unfortunately, the thing is, it stifles you and dazes you for a little bit, and also, but it does prevent you from death. You do want to get rid of that stifle and daze effect there, so that way when you come back, you just have it come back, and then you can, put up wards because you weren't careful enough or whatever made you go down in the first place. It improves the ward amount of Demonstration of Faith, very useful. And you definitely do want your Righteous Avenger in order to increase your threat. That little heal right here is pretty useful. I don't put points in block anymore because the mobs have pretty good strike through. Also, keep your strike through up. That's really handy as well. Also, your Heretic's Destruction. That is very, very good to have. But the reason why it's so powerful now is because of my past judgment here from my Epic 2.0 quest. It enhances it and pretty much makes it a lot stronger, which is actually worth using. Shadows, that's actually pretty self-explanatory. Just go with the things that improve your bulk and your taunting. And then buy the taunts, of course. Heroic, you definitely want your resilience to increase your health. Your Aura of the Crusader, very, very useful. You get it from the shadows. And it makes caster immune to root, stifle, stun, fear, and daze. And also effects that would make you switch targets. It's really useful. The only thing it really can't cure or prevent is curses. Your potency, you definitely want up. Crit bonus, really want up. And your maximum health and maximum power, that's kind of self-explanatory. With this, you could go a bunch of different routes. The way I did this is to increase my mitigation as much as I could. This didn't really seem all that important because if you're going to go down that low, it's going to be because of a huge hit because of all the wards you have. So that's not really going to be that helpful. And then, when using your primary taunts, you do gain maximum health increase, which is why you got to keep up those taunts. You got to increase it in your bulk. And you got your Dragon Scales, increase your maximum health by 10%. Very, very useful to have for your Night Stance. This is a heal and a increase in max health for a little bit of time. I use it a lot during combat. This is a really, really good taunt that you want to have. This just improves hit rate of Snaring Assault. If you've got the gear I have, you don't really need a better hit rate. Increased chance to resist daze, stun, and stifle. Very, very handy. This is pretty much a debuff there. Really, really nice to have as well. Then increases your duration of beneficial abilities by 10%. Very good. Have it no matter what. Now this is where I kind of steered off the path a little bit. You want all of these here. Some of them aren't really that useful, but you do want this and this. Really nice to have. But the reason why I went both routes is just to improve my stats. It's right here. This ability is reduced by a potency to crit bonus prestige conversion, pretty much. For every 70 crit bonus, you gain 1% max health. That is it's pretty good, especially when you've got that much. And for every 24 potency, you gain 1 crit bonus. That's very handy because you're always going to have more crit bonus than you do crit bonus. If you don't, then you must have messed up along the way. So this, on top of this, is increasing your max health and pretty much increasing a lot of things. But you do want your faith here. That wasn't a pun, I swear. Reduces all your damage done to target by 100. That is definitely something you want. And you do want your Zealous Power, just so you know when you're soloing and stuff, you can have that consecrate, increase your health, well, not health, sorry, your power, and it will be very handy to have. Paladin, invest in crit bonus and max health. Potency is pretty good, but you know, that is it's low key compared to the health increase. You also want the Vital Trigger, so that increases your stamina, and it's also quite a powerful ability. It does a lot of damage, and then your Diamond Flesh reduces all your damage when it gets a lot of damage. Reduces all damage on the caster by 5.75. That's nice to have up, and then when it goes down, it reduces it by 34%. It's pretty much what your AAs do to your Devout Sacrament, which is really, really nice. Also, this is a ward, because you know that's also important. 34.5. It's pretty much a magic number now. So not least, I should probably mention that you should have your Trade Skill Cloak. It's, in my opinion, it should be self-explanatory, but it is still the best in slot. Also, for adornments, you want to improve your strength above all. I had to improve that because, you know, it's all the other buffs and stuff. Improve your strength with that. Only place I really didn't improve it was here, and I think here. Damage per second, nice to have, I guess. You want your stamina because you can't put strength there. Strength, 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 strength. You can't put strength on your cloak, so I just put that there. I think there is another option. You could always just have the other thing from the Lumbra, the raid adornment, but you know I don't use that. I also have the ethereal adornment here. On any damage, spell, or hit, it grants a 35% damage reduction, very useful, and grants 100 fervor. 100 fervor. Let me just go over what fervor does real quick. Your abilities will increase by the X amount after all other modifiers have been applied. So after your crit bonus, your potency, crit chance, and all this other stuff has been applied, your fervor will increase that a bunch. And my my overcap has been increased by 15 and 4.5 from the you know, your Heretic's Destruction. But when you add 100, your damage is going to insane heights. It really is great. And then for your adornments on most of your jewelry, you definitely want to go with your resists in order to be able to do better in group zones. Strength, 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 resist, 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 resist. Actually, I think I put strength here. Yeah. But, you know, later, these aren't really gonna be that beneficial for raiding, so you're gonna want to get rid of these somehow. And then the way how is this, honestly. What makes this actually so good, considering you are sacrificing a fair amount of crit bonus and potency here, is that you're gaining a crap ton of potency from your relic here, the wrist and the ring down here that you get from spending the currency for the crap, what do they call it? Okay, public quests. There are lots of them. The Fens one is what gave me this, and you know, it's honestly they're going to be really helpful later on. Like I said, get your crit bonus up as much as possible, which is 4,000. I want to say 4,150 is the cap. Yeah, right there. It doesn't go any higher than that. So that's the best you can do for crit bonus there. Just get it as high as you possibly can, and then focus on your potency after you have your mit here and your hate mod. It actually was not that easy for me to be able to do that. I had originally was using the Dread's Vestige of Green Mist, or Vestige, or however you pronounce that. Also, I had to wear that until I got the better pieces from the public quests, which are really, really handy. Also, if grouping, you just want this adornment right here. You definitely want two of them at 100. The 0.3 fervor bonus, the decent amount of potency, mitigation increase, double cast chance, and your ability modifier, and to increase your max health. It's great. You really just, honestly, gotta run that. Also, it's nice to have. So, and that should conclude everything that I want to talk about the Paladin. Hopefully, if you were trying to build one, this would help you. Also, you're unequipped, and you can also infuse this for money. I don't have any on me. Oh, I have enough. It's only a 25% chance, though. So, you want to spend a lot of money improving that, which I believe that improves all your stats. So, that really does help a lot. So okay, now this should include the video here. Hopefully that this helped you build your Paladin a little better, and if you're confused about anything, that should clarify that up. I might go into detail better about your alternate advancement and your prestige one day, but for now, this has been the Paladin's Guide to grouping in EverQuest 2, Kunark Ascending Expansion. I'm Dark Rainic, and I'll see you next time.